Okay, well, here we are. We're in week 12. My goodness. Only 12, 13, 14, 15 left. We're getting very near the end, so keep up the good work. We have a couple of big assignments that are due in that period of time, a couple of tests, as well as the weekly types of lectures and various videos that I like you to watch. But this week, probably the big thing is the life application project or assignment. And I want you to click on that link on your toolbar, and there will be a full explanation of the assignment there. Um, there's a kind of an introduction by me, and then there's a tutorial, and then there's a couple of examples. There's a tutorial, and then I made an example of my tutorial with music to it. So you can certainly make it any way you want. It's your project. It's just your chance to take everything we're learning and the concepts that we're learning and the pattern of development that we're watching or that we're learning. So it has to do with developmental tasks, it has to do with psychosocial crisis, central process, prime adaptive, ego quality, and core pathology. You'll only be dealing with the kind of the positive side of that, but it's a chance for you to take all that you're learning and apply it to your life. So you will pick a life stage and you will kind of inject you into that life stage. So there will be photos that are required of you and some explanations. So it should be a kind of an enjoyable assignment, hopefully, because it's basically making something about you. You certainly can use your children, if you have children, if you want to use an earlier stage. But I prefer that it be about you. And you can pick any stage of development you want, but make sure that the photos and pictures that you use are relevant to that time frame. Okay, so the other thing is there's a Mary assignment this week. Make sure that you watch the tutorial. It walks you through it, tells you how to complete the assignment. Again, it's not a difficult assignment. It's kind of like you did the triangles assignment. It's talking about relationships in a person's life. So we're looking at their microsystem and their mesosystem, basically, and we're looking at the interpersonal relationships that are so critical in the approach to development that we're using. So again, this is using an echo map. It's a visual representation of a family or a person and their interactions with those that they're interacting with on a daily basis. So that whole bidirectional influence. And like I said, it's a microsystem, but also mesosystem, because it's talking about all the microsystems in a person's life and the way that those interact with each other. So make sure that you watch the video. Mary is a pregnant woman that is involved in all kinds of stuff in her life. So remember that she's pregnant when you take into consideration how you're going to complete the assignment. And so then there's some short videos on emotional intelligence that I think is really important, that we start to address emotional intelligence, because it is very important in today's world, and an understanding of that. And you can see how high your emotional intelligence is by watching it and seeing what the characteristics of a high level of emotional intelligence might be, and kind of evaluate yourself, kind of see how do you understand your own emotions and how do you understand your emotions as they relate to others in your life and your world. There's also a video on the future self. How do we see ourselves in 10 years from now? And it's kind of interesting. So hopefully it's an enjoyable week. So there's a couple of critical assignments that you need to complete. If you have any questions about the assignments, let me know. So you're submitting a wiki assignment, so make sure that you kind of go through how to do that. Okay, so have a great week, and I'll see you next week.